Kids, coming up in BRAWLN News number 174, Matt Brown said something very, very bad about women in fighting.
What?
Dominic,
a bad thing.
He said a bad thing. Dominic Cruz, man, your luck really, really sucks. You're off the shelf again. World Series of Fighting called Bellator said, why don't we do a winner-take-all pay-per-view? And Bellator was like, Tito Ortiz apparently doesn't know when to stop drinking, or apparently doesn't know how to call a cab. And former middleweight champion Anderson Silva's got a titanium thing in his leg, but he will not retire. He's going to come back. We'll tell you what he also is not going to do coming up right after this.
Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality, because good grades deserve a reward.
Stitch-by-stitch coverage of all that is BRAWLN.
Where beating your fellow man is the pinnacle of human discourse. BRAWLN News, episode 174, Carnage Carnival.
I never really hit him. I never really hit him. I mean, I would never
Really hit him. It's all fun and games. It's all.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video on house. Bo?
Yes?
What time is it?
It's BRAWLN News time.
Oh, it's BRAWLN News time! BRAWLN News time. Coming to you from this place. Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of Wonderland and the Kids, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, all my new comics. 15% off! 15% off every day for everyone. You've been like that for 20 years.
Even crossed?
20 years. If you're getting your comics somewhere else and you're not
What
getting 15% off, you need help.
Or you got too much money.
You got too much money. Okay, our first story up involves UFC's Matt Brown. He's in lukewarm to hot water.
Oh, it's hot water. It's pretty hot water.
After saying what?
He was on a podcast, which no longer exists, by the way. It mysteriously disappeared off the internet. He said, if he's going to pay $60 for a pay-per-view to watch women fight, he should at least be topless.
Ah, my kind of guy.
Brown has since apologized for saying something that's stupid.
Oh, well. That's debatable whether it's...
And honestly, if you see some of the women who fight,
well,
if topless,
yeah,
it really wouldn't make that much of a difference.
No, like watching a couple of
There's
pigs
not a lot
slop
of
around in the
talking
mud. Dominic Cruz, he has bad luck and it's continuing.
His luck sucks. After rehabbing his knee, he was going to fight Renan Barao at UFC number 169, but then he pulled a groin muscle, and now he can't fight there either. So now Barao's
can't fight in his groin either.
He's now the official UFC bantamweight champion, and he will fight one of my favorite wrestlers, Uriah Faber, instead at the event. Cruz hasn't fought since 2011. He blew his knee out in 2011. He took a long rehab. He was almost rehabbed. Then he blew his knee out again before he got a chance to fight. He's training for this fight, and then he pulls his groin. Dom, you're a really good color commentator. That seems to be your career from the future, color commentating. Because you keep getting hurt.
Must be time for culinary school.
He can cook, too. I heard he's a hell of a cook.
You know, when DC and Marvel have a crossover, it's a big deal. When the MMA has a crossover, it's a deal. World Series of Fighting Promotion and Bellator want to do a...
Well, World Series of Fighting challenged Bellator. So look, why don't we do a pay-per-view? 10 of your guys, 10 of our guys. Winner takes all. If our guys win, they go to your promotion.
We get your company.
If your guys win, they
you
come
get our
to
company.
Look, and Bellator's like, what?
I'd picture 10 of your guys, 3 of my guys.
What?
Huh?
What?
Are you drinking?
Who is there?
Why?
Are you drinking?
How did you get my number?
Hey, Bo.
Yes?
What's Tito Ortiz been up to?
Yeah, what?
Drinking, apparently. He got busted this Monday after...
Hey, look, I'm Tito Ortiz.
He was in his car. He was in California. He was driving home on Monday, and apparently he ran into a concrete center median. He didn't get hurt, but a couple bruises.
He's fine. The median, though, is
the
all
median screwed up, and he really screwed up his car.
But he's fine.
But he's just fine, and it's like, Tito.
His Corolla's
really,
in pieces.
Tito, come on, man. It's 4:30 in the morning. You can afford a cab, Tito.
He was headed for church.
Okay.
There are no churches in California at 4:30 in the morning, except the churches where the hookers hang out.
And well, that gets us back to our previous story with Dominic Cruz.
See how we do things?
Or Matt Brown. Our last story is going to go to the MASH unit. Anderson Silva. He is currently recovering from what?
He broke the tibia and fibula in his leg during his fight at UFC number
did it
168. Now, if you saw this footage,
You need to get that in slow motion running.
if you saw this fight against Chris Weidman where that happened, it is really gruesome. His leg just goes
Oh,
hear
you
about this,
mean
yeah.
you mean like
Sid
Psycho
Vicious,
Sid?
like Psycho Sid jumping off the top rope. I mean, he threw a leg kick, he cracked his tibia. He threw another leg kick, he got blocked, and his leg just went like a noodle.
Like
I
woo!
think he didn't do a headbutt.
And he was screaming in pain. Now he's not got a titanium rod in his leg.
I think his career's over with.
No. Actually, the doctor said no. He can rehab. And
You
he
can
may
take all his
fight
bones
again.
out and replace them with titanium.
I mean, but he
He'll
said
be fine.
Well, the titanium rod apparently will never leave his leg. It's always going to be in there. And since
But it
he's-
could always shoot through the bottom of his foot.
it's held together with screws and everything. It's not going to move.
Bottom
They
of
don't
his-
move.
Bottom of his foot ain't made out of concrete.
Yeah, that's true. So now, since he's rehabbing, he declined Chael Sonnen's invitation to help him coach the upcoming season of the Ultimate Fighter Brazil, which would have been damn entertaining because, as all of you know, I'm going to go to my way to watch Ultimate Fighter Brazil to see if someone tries to kill Chael during the run of the series because Chael's like Hitler in Brazil.
Who?
He's like Hitler in Brazil. He's
He
hated.
is?
They
I
hate
thought
him.
Hitler was in Brazil.
No, well, he might have been, but if Hitler wasn't there, it'd be Chael. Chael's very entertaining, but the people of Brazil, if they saw him on the street, they'd probably pelt him with rocks, garbage, and guns.
You think Hitler's still in Brazil? Because if he was, he'd probably be about 130 years old. by now.
If he's still in Brazil, he probably broke his hip and died of blood poisoning.
That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more Hitler news. But go to the store's website. Check out all the Hitler news that Bo sends me that I post up there.
We don't
Bo!
do Hitler news.
Bo!
Yes?
Tell him where to
Talk
go.
about Sid Hitler, his cousin.
Yeah, Sid
Bo!
Hitler. Sid.
Bo was telling you to tell Sarah to let everyone know where
Listen
everything
to
is.
www.myalternatereality.com. It actually smells a little like split pea soup.
So go to the store's website. Check out all his news. Till next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Armand Hitler, his other cousin.
Saying bye!
Quicker.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.